Good evening. Welcome to the City of Surprise 2024 State of the City. Please stand if you're able for the singing of the national anthem by Ashlyn Rushoff.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you all for being here to commemorate this moment with me and hear about the incredible things happening in Surprise. I am joined by my colleagues on the City Council who are sitting behind me tonight. Vice Mayor Nick Haney, Council Members Ali Klein, Patrick Duffy, Ken Remley, Jack Hastings, and Chris Judd. Thanks, guys. I would also like to introduce City Manager Bob Wiggenroth and his management team, as well as our city directors. Thank you for being here and for all you do for our city. Thank you. There are some special guests I would like to recognize. From Luke Air Force Base, Brigadier General Jason Rushoff, the commander of the 56th Fighter Wing. Thank you for your service and the partnership with Surprise, General. And I have to say, what a beautiful job you did on the national anthem, Ashlyn. It's excellent. Also with us tonight, Victoria Akula, representing U.S. Senator Kirsten Sinema's office, Taylor Rogers, representing U.S. Senator Mark Kelly's office, Jeremiah Cota, representing Congressman Paul Gosar's office, Keith Fort, representing Congresswoman Debbie Lesko's office. From our state offices, Senator Janae Shamp from Legislative District 29, Senator Frank Carroll from District 28, and Representative Michael Carbone from Legislative District 25. And the Central Arizona Project board member, Lisa Atkins. I've known Lisa a long time. Lisa, where are you? Thank you, Lisa. Lisa used to be in charge of state lands. That was a big job. From our neighboring West Valley cities, Litchfield Park Mayor Tom Schoaf, Peoria Mayor Jason Beck, Youngtown Mayor Michael LaVault. Thanks, guys. And there are some elected officials from Avondale, Goodyear, Youngtown, Peoria, and Wickenburg. Thank you all for being here. I also want to acknowledge our representatives from our education partners here with us tonight, as well as our employees, volunteers, boards, and commission members. Your hard work pushes policy forward and makes mere ideas a reality. I am grateful to work with such a dedicated team of people who truly care about this city. This year's State of the City is focused on building a legacy. So I also want to thank the many people I have had the opportunity to serve with at this city with over the years. It is the relentless work of many people over the many years, that has made Surprise what it is today and paved the path to where we are headed. Now, please enjoy the City of Surprise 2024 State of the City video.
Ready, Mayor?
Yeah, this is my last State of the City. I was living in California and decided I wanted to retire early and travel with my wife, and I'm really glad I did. But she said she got tired of me just golfing and then hanging around the house, you know. So she says, you need to get involved in something with the city. So she actually spurred me to look at serving on a commission or whatever. I served over 3 years on the Planning and Zoning Commission, and then some people talked to me into running for the city council. So I did, and I've been on the city council. It's 16 years in April. So a total of almost 20 years I've served the city of Surprise. When I got on the Planning and Zoning Commission, there was like 73,000 people in Surprise. If somebody would have told me, well, it's going to be this large in 20 years, I'd go, really? How are we going to do that? You know?
Surprise now has more than 160,000 residents, new rooftops, and plenty of options for shopping, dining, and entertainment. While growth alone can build a city, it takes more than that to build a legacy, one that can be enjoyed for generations to come. Because a legacy can't be passed on, it must be carried on. It is woven into the foundations of our traditions, the buildings we construct, the places we gather, and the ways we serve one another. In Surprise, we aren't just working to build a city, we're working to build a legacy.
Spring training was the first year I was here, and it was so much fun seeing baseball and people gravitate to it from other parts of the country. And then the college teams, all the college teams that play in this stadium, it's amazing. Of course, the stadium created a kind of a focal point for the city where we could watch baseball, but also we could do other things in the area. You know, we had the tennis facility, we've got the library there, we've got a beautiful park there. So it's kind of a place of collection.
Play ball!
So one of the things that's special about Surprise Stadium is that you really kind of feel that traditional spring training experience. You're up close and you're up personal with your players. So we really want to focus on keeping that same atmosphere, but we also want to grow the traditions here. And so we added a lot of new events this year. We have pup nights, movie nights, we have special events with the Spring Training 5K. We did a special tailgate party for the Rangers World Series. Every year the tradition grows here, but we also want to make sure to honor our past and those who have made an impact here at Surprise Stadium. So we have the Stadium Hall of Fame, which is really just a cool nod to those who have made their mark here.
That Hall of Fame includes Mark Coronado, the late city director who led community and recreation services for many years and helped grow spring training in Surprise. In 2018, the park next to Surprise Stadium was named for him. Each year, Mark Coronado Park sees thousands of people come through the gates for special events and youth sports.
Here at Mark Coronado Park, we run so many of our activities. We run anything from youth sports to adult sports, practices, games. We have a bunch of our special events. You can watch fireworks from here, Fiesta Grande. We have Sundays in the park with food trucks. We're trying to create something for everyone, and that's where our motto is, we want you to find your fun, whatever that is. Anything you can do is what we want to do. We want to give people a space and an opportunity to find that community and find that connection.
Last year, the city continued many of its annual traditions, hosting a Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Celebration and Service, an extravaganza egg hunt at Easter, 4th of July fireworks, Fiesta Grande to celebrate our cultural roots, game night with our public safety teams, and a Veterans Day parade to honor our military heroes. Our surprise party holiday event has been a tradition for more than 20 years, and in 2022, a month-long sparkling surprise display was added, bringing more lights, photo opportunities, and a new holiday tree. We also launched a couple new events in 2024. Vet Fest was in February, providing a fun way for veterans to connect and learn about various resources available to them. March brought our first out-of-the-park music festival to close out the spring training season with incredible live music from a variety of genres, delicious food, and a whole lot of fun. Surprise has a legacy of bringing the community together, and this tradition is sure to continue for years to come.
It's important to empower people with education at every level. Between good elementary, high school, a four-year university, career technical with WestMec, we feel as a council that it's a way for the city to be involved in the advancement of education and to set the example. The scholarship program that we've got is a way that we're saying we think education is important and we want you to take advantage of the education environment that we're involved in.
Continuing education is an essential element of any local economy. Surprise is blessed to have amazing assets already in education, with Ottawa University and the opening of Veritas Hall, the second student housing building, but also the amazing relationship that we have with WestMec, with Dysart School District for career and technical education, and then finally the incredible asset at the Gateway Training Center for water education. Council investment is helping to empower our community members towards these educational pathways that will help with personal and professional growth, not only to meet their needs, but the needs of our future.
Over the last year, City Council dedicated funding for Surprise Career Development Scholarships in partnership with WestMec and Estrella Mountain Community College. This program is providing our community an opportunity to obtain certifications free of charge, including dental assisting, software coding, and robotics. Together with Gateway Community College, the city is offering full tuition scholarships for those interested in water careers, including both associate degrees and certifications. The fire department is partnering with Dysart School District to launch a program in August where high school seniors can become a certified emergency medical technician at no cost. To ensure a safe learning environment in our schools, Surprise Police Department expanded their School Resource Officer program this school year to more campuses across the city thanks to City Council's commitment and the state's school safety grant. Surprise serves 11 schools with full-time school resource officers and 8 schools with school safety officers.
SROs are full-time permanent staff assigned to a school. The school safety officers rotate as officers become available to work at that school that particular day. So far the kids have responded tremendously. We've had opportunities to engage with them on many levels, and they actually become part of the school. We are completely immersed in the campus. We are forward focused, and that we can create tradition today by starting something that meets the needs of our community.
The city also directly invests in teaching the next generation through teen programs, like the Police Cadets, which teaches skills for a career in law enforcement, the City Court Academy, where students take part in mock trials and observe court cases, and the Surprise Youth Council, where they participate in council meetings, learn about government, and create youth initiatives. Safe learning environments and opportunities for educational advancement help us pass on the legacy building torch so Surprise continues to thrive.
Strategic planning is very important for a city because if we can't articulate where we want to be, then we're going to be somewhere else. It's just the way it goes. Every agenda item that we vote on addresses the strategic plan. We need to think about whatever we decide on that it's going to have impact for the future and how much of an impact, and have we thought it through. Where do we want the retail to go once the rooftops have been developed? And where do we want the roads go so people can travel to and from? All have to be thought about. And when we make a decision on Tuesday night, it could impact that 10, 15 years from now. And we have to think that way.
General plan is one of the most important planning tools we have. It sets the vision for the future. It incorporates a number of key values that then outlines how development should occur, from land use to transportation to public safety to parks and rec to the environmental and social concerns. Part of the general plan also is to preserve the mission of Luke by ensuring land use compatibility with their mission. It's a good thing the public gets involved and we engage the public. It's because it's their plan that we're trying to implement. It's their vision of the city for where we want to be in the future.
The Surprise 2040 General Plan was adopted by City Council in December and will go to voters in the July election. It's another chance for our community to have a say about the future of Surprise. Residents also weighed in this past November on a city bond election. Thanks to voter support, the city will complete critical transportation projects that will ease congestion and public safety projects to meet the needs of our growing city.
A lot of our time is spent with planning for the future, and we currently now have a station we're building. We have one that we're planning, and we've got multiple dots, 5 or 6 right now, that we're looking at in the far northwest sections of our city to ensure that we're staying ahead of rapid growth, to drive down response times, to keep them within our acceptable range. And all these efforts are happening every day to ensure that we can provide service to the residents and the visitors that come to our city every year.
Planning is what sets our path forward and helps us achieve the vision and goals we have for our city. It ensures Surprise stays a great place to live.
Another very important aspect of a city is livability. How you design a city and where the roads are and what's your plan to add capacity. And then the parks and the recreation piece is very important for families and livability. When I first came here, we looked at the parks and they were pretty sparse. There were very few. So now we've got some really nice parks. We've got a park under construction in West Surprise, which is going to have an aquatic center. Yeah, we've invested a lot in parks just so that people can enjoy being here, living in the city, being close to things where they can do things with their kids. It's very important, very important.
The momentum we're seeing with our transportation infrastructure in North Surprise is absolutely incredible. Right now, we're currently in construction of additional lanes from US 60 to Pat Tillman. Once that's done, we'll continue to move further on 163rd Avenue along that corridor all the way up to Joe Max Road and the widening of that intersection. We try to take a strategic approach about where we're gonna make improvements in the future. That's one of the things that you saw with our bond initiative. That was us taking a look strategically about where the needs were, where we needed safety improvements, where we needed capacity improvements. The city's dedicated to providing that safe, efficient travel from one place to another within a community, and that's basically what you see us doing here today.
Construction on 163rd Avenue is bringing 3 northbound lanes from US 60 to Pat Tillman Boulevard and a new traffic signal at 163rd Avenue and 162nd Drive. The next phase will build out Pat Tillman Boulevard to Jomex Road. It will also improve the intersections at Happy Valley Road and at Jomex and complete 4 traffic signals along 163rd. Arizona Department of Transportation also expedited short-term improvements in North Surprise in late 2023 and early 2024 to help traffic flow on US 60 between Loop 303 and 163rd. On westbound US 60, they added a third lane and a right turn lane onto 163rd, as well as a right turn arrow for quicker and safer movement through the intersection. In summer of 2024, ADOT will restripe eastbound US 60 for 3 lanes and southbound 163rd for 3 left turn lanes. The city is also working with regional partners and stakeholders on advancing alternative connection points to US 60 and Loop 303. Some potential connection points include Lone Mountain Road to Loop 303, a Jomex Road connection to US 60, a Litchfield Road and Loop 303 traffic interchange and reconstruction of the US 60 Loop 303 interchange. Both interchanges are identified in Proposition 479, a half-cent sales tax for transportation that will go to Maricopa County voters in November. Some other roads in the city are going to be improved over the next 5 years thanks to voters approving the city's bond election. Waddell Road from 175th Avenue to Cotton Lane will be getting additional lanes. Happy Valley Road from 163rd Avenue to the city's eastern limits near Rancho Mercado Parkway will see additional lanes and traffic signals. And Cactus Road from Perryville Road to 175th Avenue will expand to 2 lanes in each direction with a center turn lane. Knowing transportation is an important part of community livability, City Council launched a pilot microtransit program in April of last year. We Ride Surprise provides on-demand shared rides for our community within a set service zone. This award-winning program has affordable pricing with additional discounts for seniors, students, veterans, and persons with a disability. In just 10 months, We Ride has completed more than 17,000 rides and had more than 22,000 riders. A livable community also accounts for amenities like parks and pools that the community can enjoy, and Surprise is dedicated to expanding recreational options as the city grows. In September, the city broke ground on a new public safety and recreational complex at Cactus and Perryville Roads. This will bring a new aquatic center, along with an adjacent park and fire station in summer 2025. The aquatic center will offer a competitive swimming pool with shade structures for spectators and a large recreation pool for family fun and aquatic programming. The park will include ramadas, a basketball court, and a playground with adaptive areas. It also features fire station-themed water play that nods to the fire station being built on the same campus to help maintain service levels in this growing area. This summer, our popular Surprise Community Park is getting a playground makeover with new equipment and areas tailored to older and younger children, as we also look to refresh the amenities our residents already love and enjoy. Near Grand Avenue and Greenway Road, the effort to build a livable community continues with the building of a community and resource center.
Our multi-gen community resource center project is currently about to enter into the construction phase. We're going to have an expanded Hollyhock library. We're going to have our expanded Surprise Resource Center that'll be moving off of Bell Road. We'll have an expanded senior services programs and offerings, expanded after-school programs. Our bottom line is we're going to open up longer and we'll be more accessible for people to come have fun and receive services they may need.
The new legacy will continue to offer our seniors the hot meals, fun dances, and everyday connection they love in a new, updated facility with room to grow. The Surprise Resource Center, which served more than 12,000 people last year, will have more space for veteran, disability, and social services. Adjacent to the new center, there is permanent supportive housing already in place and affordable senior housing coming in fall 2025, in partnership with the Housing Authority of Maricopa County. The city also partnered with nonprofit A New Leaf, Maricopa County, and the Arizona Department of Housing on the new West Valley Housing Assistance Center. It offers 7 units of short-term housing and meals to families facing homelessness and housing insecurity, as well as a resource center that provides support services including employment and transportation assistance. The center has already served over 3,000 individuals with housing resources and provided over 4,000 bed nights of shelter. Because of the city's role in creating the center, we were honored to receive the 2024 Audrey Nelson Community Development Achievement Award from the National Community Development Association. Another important aspect of community livability in this modern day is internet access. The city and Wired Fiber won Arizona Commerce Authority's Broadband Development Grant in 2022. Now, Wired is starting installation of broadband fiber in the original town site, which will help with internet affordability, and also in City Center, helping to capture future economic opportunities.
Surprise is at another level of development. There are phases of development. And when I first came on the city council, it was houses. We built a bunch of houses, a bunch of rooftops. And a lot of those people went to other cities to shop. They just did. And so we had this concept called retail leakage. And now we've done a good job of curbing that. With Prasada, right now 30% of the shoppers of Prasada are from other cities. I think Surprise is at this level of around City Center with Ottawa University, with some of the retail development on Bell, the hotels, the stadium, the tennis facility, where another level of development is going to start happening in City Center. I see City Center just being a fabulous place to live, work, and play, you know? And I think that's what's going to cause a whole nother level of development.
2 years ago, we couldn't have imagined all of the things that are developing today and the scale that it's developing. It's really sparked a retail revolution in the West Valley. And so it's all thanks to the vision of the 303, the vision at City Center, and the vision in North Surprise.
Off the Loop 303 and Waddell Road, Prasada is home to lots of new options for fun, food, and shopping for residents and visitors to enjoy. Plus, more is on the way with doors opening soon on a Hobby Lobby, Dick's Sporting Goods, Party City, Oso Brewery and Distillery, Lou Malnati's Pizza, and more. Across Waddell Road, Prasada North is taking shape and will be home to Target, Portillo's, Boot Barn, Sportsman's Warehouse, and other retail and restaurant favorites. And it will all be next to a new American Furniture warehouse. The developer of both Prasada projects has teamed up with Surprise City Center landowners to build another new project near Bell Road and Bullard Avenue. Elm Street at Surprise City Center will bring us another entertainment district with new retail and restaurant options, as well as 2 stories of office space. Tenants will include Better Buzz Coffee, Mission Barbecue, Osteria Mia, Salon Lofts, and more. Just down the street, a new Marriott Spring Hill Suites is rising up, creating even more opportunity for visitors to stay in Surprise. Northern Surprise started to see commercial growth in early 2023 when a Fry's Marketplace opened and anchored additional retail spaces. Then in August, City Council approved the zoning of more than 75 acres for a mix of retail and development, ushering in a future commerce corridor. The Asante Trails development is located near the southwest corner of 163rd Avenue and Pat Tillman Boulevard, and extends down to Grand Avenue. Conceptual plans show a range of potential commercial and employment uses, and Honor Health has acquired 20 of the acres, nodding to a potential medical facility. Over in the city's industrial area, 500 new jobs are expected as Tricolor Auto Group announced plans to locate in the Railplex. The online auto sales and financing company will occupy a warehouse at the northwest corner of Cactus Road and Summit Way. Even with so much coming in, the city continues to ask residents what other retail and restaurants they want to see with our annual Surprise Retail Survey. Last year, residents told us IKEA and Whole Foods were 2 of their most wanted retailers, so our Economic Development Department went all out on campaigns to get their attention. From proclaiming Swedish Meatball Day in Surprise, to faking a kale emergency for April Fool's Day to recruit Whole Foods, city staff will do what it takes to keep bringing great businesses to Surprise.
I think arts and culture are definitely a very important piece of a city's vitality because it strikes the heart, it's visually engaging, etc. And we've made some pretty good strides in that area. We've created a department of arts, culture, and the library. And we can do more. I think we've just started, really.
The Surprise Public Library System has been working really hard over the last year and a half to create those innovative programs that we know our community wants. We've increased our programming, we're customizing our collection, and we've launched our official Library Advisory Commission, which is great because that gives our residents a chance to communicate their ideas, which is the entire goal of our library system. We want to build the library that our residents want.
Some of the new enhancements include a new mobile app that lets you search the catalog, place holds, renew items, and keep your card at the ready. Plus, scan the barcode of any book anywhere to see if we have it in our collection. We recently rolled out new features on our website too. Download a personalized calendar of programs, book a meeting or study space, sign up for a library card, and reserve a Chromebook, hotspot, or video game. To help guide arts and cultural investments and experiences, the city hired its first arts manager, and some exciting new public art projects are on the way, including the transformation of traffic signal cabinets into works of art. Plus, bounce and swing sculptures are coming to Surprise Stadium this summer.
Water is very important, and we live in a desert. And so what are we doing to conserve water? What are we doing to add to our portfolio? What kind of policies do we have that help development with water? So yeah, it comes into play so many ways, but we take care of it. And we treat water and put it back in the aquifer. We've got 24,000 acre feet of supply, and we got 9,000 acre feet of demand right now. Doesn't mean we're gonna stop and not still plan more for the future, but anything we're doing now in terms of water conservation or any of that kind of activity is gonna benefit us in the future.
Water conservation has always been an important initiative of Surprise. But this past year, we have really tried to amp up our offerings to our residents across the city because we're really in a mode to protect the water supply that we have and that we can control. That's why we have our Xeriscape Education Garden. That's why we're offering classes nearly every weekend. Our water supply is what's most important to us, and so we're doing everything that we can to protect it and conserve it.
For years, the city has offered water efficiency rebates to city-serviced water customers to incentivize landscape upgrades that enhance the sustainable use of water. Now, thanks to grant funding, we have expanded that rebate funding to residents who are serviced by water companies other than the city, like EPCOR and El Mirage Water. These rebates are for projects like turf removal, Xeriscape landscape installation, and water-saving irrigation controllers. Thanks to a partnership and grant funding from the Tohono O'odham Nation, the city will also be able to help income-qualified residents with plumbing fixes, like a dripping faucet or running toilet. Water conservation isn't the only focus of the city's Water Resource Management Department. We have also been working on an expansion of the city's primary wastewater treatment plant to serve more customers, and with this project, expanding the capabilities of the biosolids dryer to produce Class A fertilizer. On the planning and supply side of water, the team has reached an important milestone: 15 years of water banked in our local aquifer. Another element of sustainability advanced this year. The city reintroduced curbside recycling after suspending it due to soaring costs and a decreased market for recyclables that left a high percentage in the landfill.
So we're really excited to bring the curbside recycling program back to our residents because sustainability is something that's very important to our community. So we want to educate our residents on the right way to recycle the right materials so that the materials do actually get recycled, and we want this program to be truly meaningful and worthwhile to our residents.
The city also won a grant through the QBE Acela City Resilience Challenge that will launch an innovative recycling solution for plastic late this year. The pilot project will rotate 3 3D printers to community gathering places, such as libraries, schools, and sports venues. The community will be able to print plastic products at no cost using recyclables collected in the city. Surprise is committed to pioneering sustainable solutions. By stewarding our resources, we not only affect the way we live today, but the way that future residents will experience Surprise. It's a legacy-building commitment.
Building a legacy means a focus on livability.
Building a legacy is ensuring that arts and culture are accessible.
Building a legacy requires a strong economic outlook.
Building a legacy takes vision and planning.
Building a legacy is possible when we create lifelong learning opportunities.
Building a legacy means stewarding our resources and creating sustainable practices.
Building a legacy means a team of people that love their community. It's neighbors, it's your friends, it's all that look at advancing a community, making it better, and having a love for the community. I feel very honored to be a part of what's gone on in the last 20 years. It's just, when I reflect on all the city council people I've worked with, all the staff I've worked with, you know, it's been an amazing journey, amazing. I mean, we're building a very nice city that people can live, and work, and play. And I'm really excited about the future of Surprise. Virginia, she's the director of communications. Her and her team put this together. Jake and Sean did the voice. Jake did most of the camera work. Just fabulous. Please. I love that every ending is a new beginning. When a new mayor takes office in January, he or she will get the opportunity to carry on an incredible legacy alongside our city council, city staff, and residents. Residents have an important role in legacy. Residents voted for and brought us the bond funding that we needed to improve our transportation network. And it will be residents across Maricopa County who decide on Proposition 479 in November, which will greatly impact critical transportation solutions in Surprise and our region. While our residents play their part, we must strive to continue to earn their trust. That is why we are so proud of our AAA credit rating. This financial footing assures low interest rates when residents approve a bond, allowing more capital to be invested in Surprise future. You know, legacies take a long time to build. There are a lot of decisions that are built upon to create a legacy, and we're just beginning to see what Surprise is capable of becoming. Thank you again for being here tonight. I very much appreciate it.